we can attest to the fact that when testing in Ukraine with different jamming systems, your radio performs really well. It survives that jamming, and that's one of the key points for us. And for your viewers, the effect for a radio that isn't resilient against electronic warfare is that you initially get degraded signal, and then you completely lose it, and it's as if the system has gone out of range. But it could happen literally tens of meters away from the takeoff point, and because it's almost, the way jamming works in simple terms, if you compare it to audio, it's as if somebody turns on a really, really loudspeaker right next to you, and you can't even hear yourself talk. That's basically the principle of electronic warfare or of jamming. So you can't control the drone. You cannot land it, and normally jamming goes radio jamming control and video signal jamming goes hand in hand with GPS jamming. So if you have a system that isn't capable of GPS denied navigation and isn't capable of radio link resilience, then that system can be lost literally tens of meters away from the takeoff point. If GPS effects mean that it gets confused and it either starts going up or in a different direction or down because it's tricked into thinking that it's actually a lot higher than it is, then that system can crash. And if you've got obstacles in the way like trees, then the crash can be pretty horrific and the system can be completely written off. So electronic warfare is a very large problem on the front line at the moment, and combating it is important. In terms of non-military use, I would caution against too much sort of complacency and assuming that no radio jamming will ever be observed in the civilian world. National critical infrastructure like power stations, bridges, network, railway networks, etc. They're all sometimes targeted by terrorist organizations, including Russia. And it is possible, and it has been seen in the past, where either rogue agents or local covert terrorists, etc., can jam in those environments. So it's a good idea and good practice to have a system that whose radio link is resilient, even if it's just for civilian use.